Welcome to the study system for the theoretical exam to obtain the CDL for driving trucks and school buses. This is part 4 of the study guide. For part 1, 2, and 3, go to our channel. I also want to remind you all that the questions and answers on this tutorial were updated by the Manual of Drivers from Different States 2020. I hope this is helpful. For more videos, make sure to follow our channel. Thank you and good luck. A stale green light means the light ahead has been green for quite a while. A vehicle is loaded with the most of the weight on the steering axle. What may result? Hard steering and possible breakdown. When approaching a curve, you should downshift before entering the curve and accelerate slightly as you go through it. Should the pre-trip inspection report from the last driver be reviewed during your pre-trip inspection? Yes. The load means the following. The maximum safe weight. On average, the total stopping distance with air brakes is approximately 420 feet. To correct a rear wheel or drive wheel braking skid, you should release brakes and counter steer. Which of the following is not something you should check during a trip? Text messages. Which of these is not part of the basic method for shifting up? Accelerating while pressing the clutch and turning toward the driver's side. You should put the starter switch key into your pocket while you perform the pre-trip inspection because someone could steal the truck. What is the best way to figure out how many seconds of following distance you have? Wait until the vehicle ahead of you passes a shadow or landmark. Then count the seconds until you reach it. Signs of distracted drivers include drivers having conversations with passengers. If you have been drinking alcohol before you drive, you should wait for it to wear off. Blocking the cargo to keep it from shifting must be done. Only at the front of a piece of cargo. Every time you park your vehicle and shut the engine off, you should apply the parking brake. If you are being tailgated, you should increase your following distance. How long does it take a typical tractor trailer to clear a single railroad track, a double railroad track? It takes 14 seconds to clear a single track and more than 15 seconds to clear a double track. How can you test the parking brake? Set the parking brake at highway speeds. To safely adjust your speed to current driving conditions, what should you look for ahead? Traffic and road conditions. What are some advantages of going right instead of left around an obstacle? Both of these answers are correct. You can avoid a head-on collision, and someone may be passing to the left. The best drivers are those who watch and prepare for hazards. This is called being defensive. Is it safe to add coolant to a coolant recovery tank or coolant overflow tank while the engine is at operating temperature? Yes, as long as the engine isn't overheated. Name some important steering system parts. Tie rod, spindle, and pitman arm. If you need to leave the road in a traffic emergency, you should avoid braking until your speed has decreased to about 20 miles per hour. Under federal regulations, if a vehicle is carrying a load that is more than 2 feet wide and extends more than 4 feet beyond the rear of the vehicle, must be placed at the extreme end of the load. 2 red flags. When driving on grades, which of these is the best choice for a safe speed? Based on your vehicle and its cargo, select a speed that is safe within the posted limit. When approaching a traffic light that has been green for a long time, you should start to slow down so you will be ready to stop. What is the first thing you should try to do if your brakes fail while driving downhill? Get off the road as soon as possible. What is the definition of sleep debt? The cumulative effect of not getting enough sleep. Which of these items is not checked on a pre-trip inspection? Amount of fuel in the vehicle. You should check the following of looseness, sticking, damage, or improper settings. Both of the above: accelerator, brakes, and clutch pedals, and steering wheel and transmission controls. Which of these statements is not true? A drinker can control how fast his or her body absorbs and gets rid of alcohol. What is or are the more important reasons for doing a vehicle inspection? Both of the above. A vehicle defect that is found during inspection and corrected can prevent problems later, and federal and state regulations require you to inspect your vehicle. You should schedule your driving for the hours you are normally awake. Which of these is not a proper use of vehicle lights? flashing your brake lights to stop someone from tailgating. Which of these statements about drinking alcohol is true? A few beers have the same effect on a driver as a few shots of whiskey. Which of these statements about using turn signals is true? When turning, you should signal early. If an automatic transmission is forced into a lower gear while driving, what is not affected on a downgrade? Steering. Over length, over width, and over weight loads require. All answers are correct. Special transit permits, driving limited to certain times, and flashing lights. When roads are slippery, you should make turns as gently as possible. Which of these is not a danger when an automatic transmission is forced into a lower gear at a high speed? Loss of steering control. What are the proper collision procedures that are required for any collision in which you are involved but not seriously injured? Both of the above are required procedures. Care for the injured and collect required information, and protect the area and notify the authorities. The Commercial Driver's Handbook suggests several things to do when you pass a vehicle. Which of these is not one of them? Constantly blow your horn while passing the vehicle. Which of these statements about managing space to the sides is true? You should avoid traveling next to others whenever possible. Which of the following statements about backing is true? Both of the above are true. You should back and turn towards the driver's side whenever possible, and backing is always dangerous. What is black ice? A thin layer of ice clear enough that you can see the road underneath it. You should try to park your vehicle so that you can pull forward when you leave. What checks should you perform on the steering gearbox? The steering box should not be missing any nuts, bolts, or cotter keys. Well guys, thank you again for watching this video. Hope it was helpful. Remember, for more videos like these, make sure to check out our channel. Remember to give a thumbs up, comment below, and do not forget to follow. Have an amazing day.